Hello. Yes, we are live. It is Christopher McLeod, AKA Diagnostic 80, for the Full Force News Burst Live, or the full course, as a lot of you like to call it. Yes, there will be dinner before you ask in the comments. But yeah, okay. Right. So last night-ish, early morning, it was very late last night, I believe. 3-0 dropped even more images of Firefly. And of course, what did I say to you? I said, you know what? It's going to happen. They're going to throw more info, more images. I knew it was going to happen. So here I am, ready and prepared, kind of late in the day, of course. But I wasn't going to go live at first thing in the morning. That would have been stupid. WJ and Zartan, how you doing, guys? I started up fast. Yes, I did. Straight in there. Hello, Cody Davis. Hello. Right. So, like I said, we're going to be looking at all the brand new spanking images of this gorgeous 3-0 Firefly figure. Deja Mustard says, yeah, there is a bit of deja vu going on here. Hello, Absorb Vids as well. So, like, we've had one image to enjoy, and now we've got loads of images to check out of Firefly. So let's get stuck in then, I guess. I'm also at the end going to have a look at the concept art and do a little comparison of the concept art that we saw a little while back, compare it with the actual figure, because it's pretty much the same, which is amazing. So let's get stuck in then. Hello, David T. Allen. Thanks for all your comments, guys. Keep them coming in. I'll get to as many as I possibly can, but let's start with this proper actual news and all of the main key information. So the post states, following in 3-0 and Hasbro's 1/6 scale G.I. Joe series is the Cobra Saboteur Firefly. No one knows Firefly's true identity. He is an explosives expert and an accomplished pilot who is known for getting the job done. He also does that with his face really quick, and you can't see his face because he's the faceless master. Standing at 12 inches, 30 centimeters tall, the 1/6 Firefly collectible figure features our standard fully articulated body with carefully replicated tailored costuming with finely detailed camouflage pattern. 1/6 Firefly includes a submachine gun, pistol, combat knife, hand grenades, detonators, time bomb, biochemical bomb, I read that wrong, backpack, and 4 sets of interchangeable hands. The combat knife can be sheathed in the right arm guard, and the magnetic detonators can be attached to the left thigh armor for storage. That's a dope feature, by the way. Love that. So yes, estimated shipping, fourth quarter 2022. Similar for Roblox. Incredible. If they can churn that out in that time, well done, 3-0. No price yet, but it's probably going to be the same, 16999. And the other bit of information, I'm not sure if I've got it next. I'll probably save that till the end, but that's when we find out when the pre-orders are coming. Let's go through the images first. Loads more comments. X Factors 17 says, I wore that hoodie out on Halloween last year with the mask and hood up. It was the laziest costume I've ever worn. I don't know what you're talking about. I can actually get this over my headphones usually because it's such an awesome hood. It's so big and version 2-like, isn't it? And version 3-like. I love this hoodie. It's amazing. Just like the one I wore last night. I said I was going to wear this one today, didn't I? And you've got your kind of hidden mask in there as well. It's so awesome. I love it. You got the kind of like white Arashikage logo. It's dope. There's a really nice detail down the arm as well, like these kind of like the lettering down the arm. It's gorgeous, amazing, and I think a big Cobra sigil on the back as well. It's amazing. So yes, thank X Factor 17. Thanks for the comment. Hello, Hit and Run. Hello, Matt O'Brien. My comments have gone weird on the side here, so I can't scroll down all the way, which is weird. Anyway, yes. So there you go. G.I. Joe 1/6 Firefly information. That's it. Let's move on to the images. Obviously, we've got loads and loads of really cool images. Damn, this Firefly looks awesome. Would love something like this in classified. Yeah, could happen, really, couldn't it? I think. He's very, like, you could imagine this at classified scale, this kind of design. I actually like the classified Firefly. I really do. I get a lot of enjoyment out of all the little features and all of the cool little aspects of him. But I know lots of people kind of want a more vintage styled one. But yeah, this is absolutely stunning. And we've got a couple of, face on shots here. One that's kind of, just posing with the submachine gun out, all his kind of gear on him, more or less. And then the other one, he's got one of the detonators that actually magnetically attaches to that little thigh panel, which is a wicked feature. Love that. Yeah, and there he's holding it in his left hand. Some really nice kind of like shoulder pads he's got on, like metallic like metal shoulder pads, metal knee pads. Again, loads of cool like straps and all sorts of secondaries. The boots look awesome. And again, I really like the soft goods that ThreeZero do. So out the park, smashes out the park. Zartan says he's going to be my first ThreeZero figure. Well, yeah, I'm not surprised. He'd be an absolute beauty to go with as well. Hit and Run says this one may bring me into the 1/6 fold. Stunning figure, really is. Hello, Chris Clements. WJ, it's amazing how well G.I. Joe does with updated designs more than most other franchises. Yeah, totally. There's some really, I don't know, some good scope in there to give him some like extra flavor sometimes. Yeah, really cool. Okay, let's move on then to some of the other images because they are loads and they're really cool. That one is great, isn't it? The one with the one on the left where he's got the submachine gun on show and he's holding the biochemical grenade bomb. That is from one of the covers, isn't it? I know. Shout out to Mark Seddon, who probably isn't watching tonight, but he did tweet me. Yeah, it was. It's the old image issue 13. That it's basically that pose where he's kind of standing in front of a wall with a spotlight on him. I would have kind of got it up to show you guys, but I completely forgot to, and it's too much work now. So, yeah. Oh, Matt, come on. HasLab Classified Tomahawk. Sorry, just reminding you. We'll talk about it again towards the end. Trust me. We will talk about that more because I've got more things to say about it. Chris Clements says this dude is sick. And I know you're talking about me. I'm just kidding. I know you're talking about Firefly, Chris. But again, I love the other pose as well, kind of like more dynamic, kind of like pointing the pistol, using more of his kind of accessories again here, and in a kind of different kind of weirder pose. Oh, that's a good shout, actually, Matt. Yes, love the hint of blue in the uniform. Yeah, I was talking about that the other day. It was like, rather than it being two-tone, like the original, like kind of grey and then almost really, really dark grey, it's like black, bluish grey, light grey, which is kind of more closely resembles the actual camouflage that I think they kind of were going for originally, but didn't want to, obviously weren't going to be going that detailed with it in the deco. But yeah, I think he looks stunning. I'm really into this figure. He looks absolutely wicked. And yeah, I agree with all your comments at the moment, guys. Yeah, Hit and Run. We've talked about this. Yeah, a 112 version of this Firefly would be brilliant, wouldn't it? A classified version would be sensational. Or Mezco. Come on, Mezco. You're the only company that's teased one and hasn't shown us hasn't shown us a pre-order yet. Okay, next up, there's more images, guys. There's loads. So these are really good shots. Obviously, the card art homage on the right, which we saw yesterday, but then a much kind of better shot of the backpack. And I'm going to remove myself for a second. Can you hear me when I go off screen, guys? Just out of interest, let me know in the comments, because I will go off screen to show it a bit clearer if I have to. But I think it mutes it doesn't mute my mic to me. I can see it's not muted, but I think it takes me out of the stream. Please let me know if when I disappeared, did I cut out vocally? I'll do that thing that Ace Ventura does with the door, where he's like, oh, oh, oh. So I'll say, talking. Yeah, people are saying didn't hear anything. Okay, so I won't do that. You guys can see it's no big deal. And I should have done a close-up of the backpack. Lesson learned. Let me quickly get a really nice close-up myself of this, because I kind of want to see all the nooks and crannies of it. And I really, honestly, I know these have been out for ages now, these images, and I know I posted them all earlier today, but I haven't really had a good look at that backpack yet. There we go. Okay, now I'm looking at it as well, so I can describe it to you as well as we're looking at it. So yeah, this has got so many nice details on it. I love what they're doing with the backpacks, actually. Roblox is so dope. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you letting me know. Appreciate it. Thank you. We're past that now. I've learned my lesson, and I won't do that. I won't take myself off screen again. There's so much going on. There's like some sort of like some like dynamite sticks, like, you know, collection of, or like in some sort of insane kind of incendiary device on the bottom of the backpack. You got the pouches, you got other little kind of detail. Oh, you got the phone in there, which I've just noticed. The kind of cellular, the big fat juicy cellular phone in the middle. And yeah, like loads of cute, like almost like a little microphone on a what are they called, like a little kind of twisty cable, like this on my headphones, guys, like this. They've got that going on as a little detail on there, and what looks to be some sort of like, I don't know, little kind of mouth mic device. It's really cute. It's really cool. There's a lot of really nice details on that backpack. I'm really into it. And funnily enough, when I look at the other image of the backpack from the other side, I don't see that little kind of bit that on the other one. And I think, yeah, it looks as though all of these things are detachable and you can move them all around the backpack. So isn't that really cool? In fact, I'm going to quickly just go back to the first image. You can see the backpack, I think, on the floor there, and then some of the devices next to it. Yeah, I think basically it looks as though, based on these images here, that you can mix and match what's on that backpack, which is brilliant. I know that you kind of expect those kind of details on this kind of figure, but sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's like, you know, you might as well just go ahead and expect that it's going to be, you know, molded details. Like, you know, yeah. So that's really dope. I'm really into that a lot. The backpack is incredible hit and run. Absolutely. Thank you to everybody, by the way, that you know, told me they couldn't hear me when I disappeared. I appreciate that. X Factor 17, I was originally all in on the ThreeZero line, but then I noticed that Snake Eyes looked kind of skinny and not very built athletic, especially once Storm Shadow was revealed. Same thing with Firefly. Again, personal preference there, I think, X Factors, but I love my Snake Eyes. I think he's fantastic. And I kind of like him being a little leaner. I like the thought of Snake Eyes being a kind of more, like a thinner, kind of more agile, more stealthy. You know, Storm Shadow's got to have his arms out all the time. The dude's he's on like permanent beach body scenarios. If he's got the vest, if he's got the short sleeves on, dude's got to be making sure his guns look good. So he's going to be more bulky and built, I think. I've always had that image, and apart from obviously my favorite Snake Eyes, which is version 4, which if you look at the card art and the actual figure is like hench. Dude is built like a brick poop house. I would have said the S word, but obviously I don't want my videos being affected. So no swearing, please. So yeah, that's my personal preference. So X Factor 17, totally fine that you have that personal preference. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that I'm righter. I'm joking. Matt O'Brien says, seeing this figure, I think Hasbro could release the same version of Firefly we have with this sort of coloring and a different secondary for the chest, chef's kiss. Yeah, I think a lot of people are quite into that idea, I believe, Matt. You're probably the third or fourth person that's mentioned that so far. Fifth, counting me. X Factor 17 says, the details, gear, weapons, and everything else look great, though. They really do. Tyrone Weston says it probably uses the same internal body as the Power Rangers. That's interesting to know. Thank you, Tyrone. Again, I'm not like, in terms of knowledge of the ThreeZero builds, is very little, but that's really cool, man. Thanks for the speculation on that. Hit and Run says, I wonder if the arms are the synthetic skin coverings or plastic. I believe it's synthetic skin. I believe it's squidgy, rubbery skin. I don't know exactly the material, but yeah, it looks to me like it's the squidgy stuff. Technical term, guys, squidgy stuff. Okay, right. So let's have a look at more images because there's loads more. Some really nice kind of posing. The one on the left here The one where he's kind of shooting with his left hand with the pistol, and he's got the submachine gun kind of in his right hand, and he's kind of like, that looks like the animation model of, is it Man at Arms in the He-Man intro? And people are going to be thinking, what are you talking about? Watch the He-Man, the Master of the Universe cartoon, the original cartoon. Watch Man at Arms thing where he's like shooting with his left and his right, and he's doing that. I swear to you, he pulls that pose in that maneuver, in that animation. That's what it reminds me of, and that's what it's been bugging me all day, and then it just hit me then as I was looking at it. I'm like, yeah, it's when Man at Arms kind of like points and shoots over there, and then shoots over there, and then shoots at the screen or something. I can't remember the exact animation, but he definitely pulls that pose at some point. If you know what I'm talking about, back me up. And then obviously the other one, again, it's kind of like the sexy open body pose. He's got his knife out as well. I love the fact that the knife goes in that wrist gauntlet as well. That's really cool. That's a really nice touch. Yeah. So again, amazing. It looks great. Every image just, sells it for me, honestly. Yeah, see, people believe me. People believe me. Hey, Chris, Swivelarm Arashikagi, thanks for joining. Thanks for the comment. Hells yeah, I'm just going to assume you're talking just about me and not this figure, lols. And Hit and Run says, it is Man at Arms shooting, last smiley face. You see what I'm saying, though? The one on the left, as you look at the screen, the one where he's got the pistol and the submachine gun, that is Man at Arms. He does that in that intro. I trust me. I'm a doctor. I'm not a doctor. I can't say that. Next, then, again, more beautiful images. Got some more, nice dynamic posing going on here. Some, open leg stuff. Again, not much really to go into here. We've seen this figure in multiple different angles. Each pose looks even better than the last. And again, lots of really cool, intricate accessories. What I like about these figures is it seems that they can store all their weapons on them, which is a massive bonus for me. One of my big bugbears, obviously, you can't really store all the hands, but one of my biggest bugbears with a lot of action figures, vintage and modern, it kind of comes when they're like, right, we've got all these leftover accessories. Sometimes it doesn't bother me when it's like a figure like, for example, Retaliation Lady J, I think it was, where she came with all those rifles. That's cool because it's like you can disperse those, or you can it just builds up your weapon, your rifles, which is cool. Like, I don't have a problem with that. It's when they've come with not loads, but not enough that they shouldn't be having an issue holding them all, like something should at least stick to the backpack, or something should at least pin to the leg, or something should at least slot into a knife sheath or something. And that kind of bugs me when you've got like a few kind of bits and pieces that are just like, well, they don't really go anywhere. And I know obviously you could argue that, well, what do you do with all those hands? So yeah, anyway. See, some people do agree with me. WJ's agreeing with me about Man at Arms, this particular shot here on the left-hand side. It's so Man at Arms in that intro, isn't it? Anyway, I'll stop talking about it now. Robert H. With me getting my White Vision and Black Suit Superman recently, and Hasbro revealing the White Vader today, I look at this and I think normal colors boring. Yeah, that Lando as well. That is a beautiful deco. I know you didn't mention that, but yeah, lols. Matthew says, sorry, just jumping in, is the Firefly 12-inch, i.e. 1/6 scale? 12-inch is 1/6. Yeah, this is 1/6. This is 12-inch. Yes, Matthew. The Mezco 6-inch still hasn't been revealed yet. So this is, 3/0, 12-inch, 1/6 scale. And also, I saw your comment on the hat and the fact that you watched that episode you watched the news burst yesterday and you had to buy it instantly. Amazing. Anyway, thanks for the comment, Matthew. Appreciate it, buddy. WJ says Walmart Retro Lady J had the same issue: 2 rifles, 1 spear gun, 2 hands. Yeah, and so you kind of want something to be stored somewhere, don't you? Matthew's like, good, don't have to worry about it then. No 1/6 for me. And that's, sometimes it is a relief though, isn't it? When you went, like, especially at the moment where it's just like a an absolute deluge, I'm using that word again, of product and merchandise. And you're just kind of thinking sometimes, I want to kind of give it a break. I want to kind of relax a little bit, and I don't think I can. So yeah, it's nice sometimes when you are like strictly not into kind of 12-inch, and you're just like, you know what, I don't have to get involved, and I kind of in a funny way there, Matthew. I kind of like, yeah, I envy that a little bit. Okay, right, you know what time it is, guys. You know what time it is. It's the full course. Thank you, darling. What have we got here? We've got
Italian sausage and broccoli.
Spaghetti, Italian sausage, broccoli, and cheese. Look at this. And beyond sausage, I should say. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Why do I do these at the... I should eat first, shouldn't I? Always. Anyway, there you go. I'll be eating... Well, I've got to do the thing, haven't I? I've got to eat some of it and try not to get it on my top because I'm wearing the worst clothing right now. Well done. Congratulations. For spaghetti. Here we go. Let's see how it tastes. Oh my goodness. If only you guys could taste this. Ah, thank you, darling. Amazing. Okay. What we got going on here? Rudy. How do you use this? I like to think that Firefly is the kind of guy that on a daily basis makes sure that every single pouch he has is used to the full force. Agreed, Rudy. He has a lot of pouches, and you get the feeling, don't you, that he's got like, I should do this, shouldn't I? There we go. You got the feeling that he's got load. Yeah, it's a good shot of him actually while we're talking about this, that he's got something in each one like that is necessary to the bomb making terrorist scenario. It's weird, isn't it, to talk about these things in like, oh, I really like this, but it's, you know, the dude blows things up and kills people, and that's effectively what it is. And it's kind of, I don't know, it's funny that there's a weird dichotomy there, isn't there? Anyway, thank you for the comment, Rudy. Full course says hit and run, absolutely. Matthew, I can tell you it tastes incredible, and it does look amazing. Talented person. Thank you, darling, again. Getting some full courses on the shout outs. Thank you, Rachel. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, you better go full force at the gym after eating that. Do you know what? I'm going to need to do that, aren't I? I'm going to have to add that to my regime now, because we've got a gym in our complex and a basketball court, which I really do enjoy shooting hoops on. Being an ex-semi-pro baller myself, believe it or not. That was many moons ago, though. My knees do not love me for being a basketball player in my youth, up to my like late 20s. Zartan says, I'm pretty sure Lenny takes notes about that Firefly. Yeah, I get the feeling that there might be another Firefly down the line at some stage. Yeah, that does make me feel like that. Matt O'Brien, boom, full force, full course. We need a classified Kate figure, and she can come with some awesome dishes. Yes, we do. I'll pass that on to Lenny as well. Matt, not to sound misogynistic, not at all. She could come with all sorts of cool stuff. An easel, custom figures that she's made. There's no end to my wife's incredible talents. In fact, they'd run out of accessory homages to give her. That's how talented she is. And loads of like pottery as well. You know, art pottery. She's just incredible. That's one man-sized bowl. It's a Chris-sized bowl is actually what it's described as, bud. That's the thing. What is interesting is if you watch me eat this, I could finish this in under 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And you might be thinking, no, you couldn't. I'm one of the fastest eaters I know. Just ask Andrew Franks. Just ask anyone that's ever gone to a restaurant with me. They are surprised at just how, and it's very stealthily quick. It's like big amounts on the fork, right? And I just can get a lot in my mouth at one time. And I very rarely chew it. Anyway, enough of that. Oh, WJ, yes. Early Playmates TMNT got it right. They had a weapons rack for the extra gear, but they constantly fell off except for the throwing stars. Yeah, because the throwing stars were like literally on the little pegs, weren't they, through the holes, and everything else was kind of balanced precariously. But yeah, I love those. I annoyingly, with my first turtles, the first four brothers I got, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, when I was in the UK when they first came out. I got those figures, and when I went to take the weapons off the racks, I thought those handles with the flat, curved, it's like kind of like it's like a curved thing. It's like that on a handle. It's really hard to describe, but it's flat. It's like almost 2D. And I cut those off at that point, thinking that was they were just little sticks, little staffs. So I kind of ruined that whole hook weapon because I thought I didn't think because it was flat. I just thought that was like the edge. Well, anyway, it's completely off the deep end there. Bryn is like, right now, 3Zero is having a live stream to talk about your dinner reveal. That is probably in a parallel universe somewhere, isn't it? That's in the, that's hilarious, actually. And I kind of hope that's, I really hope that's the thing. Rudy says pouch for a packed lunch. Definitely. He's definitely got a packed lunch in there, but then you've got to be really careful opening it because it could be a bomb or it could be, a lot of sandwiches and some crisps or chips. I know I'm in American. I have to say chips, but it sounds weird saying chips even now. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot says, I think I prefer my Sideshow collectible Firefly, but this will be a must buy for me. I think having them to compare in hand would be great to see, wouldn't they? Actually, and a lot of people have discussed the actual Sideshow one on previous news bursts because we've talked about Firefly now, but about 6 episodes in a row. Agent chuckles. I'm not used to seeing that many pouches and feet in the same picture. There you go. I'll put that one up for you. But yeah, that's a fun nod. And also 6 degrees of separation, or in this case 2. We've had a 3-0 Dead Game Snake Eyes, haven't we, in red, which I do actually own and is another beautiful figure. I know X Factor 17. He's like, no, careful, brother. You're going to end up with red sauce on that hoodie. Well, guess what? I'm good at the moment. As soon as I get off this stream, I'm going to be stripping off and eating that naked. I could do it on. I could probably get more or less viewers. It depends. I don't know. Depends there, doesn't it? Maybe if I started an OnlyFans, I don't know. I'm not going to do that. Right, where so we got WJ. Also, collectors classified Snake Eyes again. Weapons rack. Yeah, that is a beautiful, beautiful figure. The deluxe one with that gorgeous weapons rack. That was so. I don't know. I just thought it was such a great Snake Eyes figure as well. I love that design. I love the little deco touches on him, and I love that rack with the is it Fujin and Raijin on that frieze on the back of it. Oh, it's just stunning. Love it. Love it. Diecast Nick says, just joining. Any idea where we can pre-order in the UK? I believe In Demand Toys get 3-0 stuff. So check out In Demand Toys when this goes up. This isn't for pre-order yet, by the way, Diecast Nick. I will get to that in a second. In actual fact, good segue. Perfect segue, look. G.I. Joe 16th Firefly will be available for pre-order at 3-0 store on April the 12th, 9 a.m. Hong Kong time. That's April 11th, 9 p.m. I want to say Eastern US. So with that said, I would also keep an eye out for Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth and all of your, the usual places on the 10th of April, because often, and we've seen it a lot, they go up, they get the pre-orders before they go up on 3-0 store. They didn't say anything about this being an exclusive, so I don't quite know just yet. But we will, obviously that will make a bit more sense when we get to when is it, like 3 or 4 days time. So yeah, keep an eye on the socials. I'll obviously I'll let you know if I know any early information on Facebook or Twitter or the YouTube community site, where I don't always just post videos on YouTube. There's a little kind of like, you can post like just images and information and stuff, so I do that every now and again as well. Michael V. Layton says, enjoy your dinner and quit chatting with us. I will. This won't be a super long one, Kitty said. But I do want to, I do want to cover one more thing before we go. Zartan says only 55 days for June. Yes, I'm that desperate for classified, lol. I think there's going to be something before June. Just putting it out there. I don't know for sure, but I have a feeling we're going to see some sort of live event, like a fan first Friday kind of situation before Yojo June. So don't, there's going to, trust me, mate, there's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming. A lot of cool stuff. I always thought they were extra plastic too. Then I learned what they were. What are we talking about, Matthew? Because I've completely just fallen off what we were talking about. Yeah, let me know because I'm on a different thing now, so I've completely forgotten what that's in relation to. Sorry, Matthew. I apologize. I'm not very good at keeping information. I usually delete files almost instantly. Full course podcast. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Matt O'Brien says, for me, I prefer these ThreeZero figures over Mezco. I'm not sure why, but the Mezco figures look really thick. Well, they're way bulky, aren't they? Like stockier, definitely. Different styling, definitely. Hello, Eric. How you doing? Eric Gollinger. Just giving us a yo. What up, homie? On a side note, Matt Bryan says, are you excited for Carson's upcoming figure line on Kickstarter, Operation Recall, I believe? That figure, Ritello, looks amazing. You will need to have him on soon. Yeah, we'll be doing a live thing closer to his Kickstarter kicking off with that. Really excited for it. I want to use, because obviously a lot of it kind of focuses on some of our like childhood designs when we were kids and things that we, kind of mocked up as, to then be created in actual figure form. So yeah, I can't wait for that because I've got a few things I want to send him. It's going to be brilliant, I think. And obviously, the whole legendary backroom team, the design team, the concept artist, all of your classic legends kind of involved, which is great. And it's something that, I don't know, just something really wholesome about it. And I can't wait to see, all the ins and outs, all the details. And like I said, we'll have Carson on and we'll be talking about that on a live show closer to the time. But yes, Matt, can't wait. Really excited for it. Everything Carson does is amazing. The book I'm really excited for. The huge coffee table is what I'm calling it. Can't wait. Robert H says, has Firefly been done in red yet? Excuse me. I know they were putting every Cobra member in Crimson Guard colors at one point, like it was its own sub team. You're testing me there because I feel like there was a set, wasn't there? There was a set of, I think it was like late 90s, early 2000s. I'm thinking it had like undertow and wetsuit and all sorts in it and roadblock, and it was a big kind of sound attack set. And but I'm going to just cheat instead and just do this. I'm going to cheat. Again, makes for great radio, doesn't it? Yeah, there was one. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, actually. This was from that set. Yeah, he's in red, vintage, and it was version 7 in 2002. I knew I was right. And it came in the set with Dial Tone, Roadblock, Snake Eyes, Wetsuit, Fast Blast, Viper, Storm Shadow, and Undertow. And yeah, he was in red with blue straps and like a brown mask, brown gloves, and brown boots. So I would love to see that. I could just show you, couldn't I? I could just hold this up to the camera and also take Robert's comment off. I'll get used to this eventually. But yeah, there you go. That beauty. Yeah, I really like that version of him, actually. They did one in 2005 that had like red, black, and grey camo as well, which is pretty sexy. Bit of red in there. So that's one they could just, add a little bit of red into the one they've already done, couldn't they? In that case. But yeah, so there's been a couple of red kind of cheeky red jobs in there. Red. What's a red job? I shouldn't even. Yeah, that shouldn't be a thing. But yeah. So to answer your question, yes, they have, and I thought there had been, Robert. I thought there had been a red Firefly. It wasn't necessarily a crimson fight team kind of squad team or whatever. They definitely did do they have done red ones Red one. Ritz Murphy says, lol, did I call it or what? Knew you would be on today. Happy Thursday. Has it been every day? It feels like it's been every day for my entire life. Oh, thank you, Matthew. You talk about the TMNT weapons. I'm so sorry. This is the thing. I go from so many different things, and the comments come in late, and I feel like an idiot now. And what you said was, I always thought they were extra plastic too. Then I learned what they were. Same. And I just, I think one of them, or like the first one I did, and then I realized that that can't be right. So I've got basically like one, I think it was Michelangelo I opened first. And I remember cutting it round, because obviously there's a little curve at the top of the stick where the weapon starts to become flat, like the hook's kind of bit starts. So I would cut round it and it didn't look right. And I'm like, oh no, I've just cut that off, and that shouldn't be cut off because I'm an idiot. Anyway, yes, the flat weapons from TMNT. And thank you, Matthew. I'm sorry for messing that up completely when you actually said it. But anyway, Zartan says, God bless the full force. Thank you. WJ says, the flat weapons from TMNT. Absolutely. Matt O'Brien says, I'm committing now to back the Kickstarter for Carson. And yeah, we should all be doing that. And Rachel does also back up. Rachel N. Carlos Salinas does say, yes, the BJ's box set had a red Firefly. Thank you very much, Rachel. Is it Rachel N. Carlos or Rachel and Carlos? Let me know in the comment, please. Yeah, you don't have to tell me, actually. You don't have to tell me at all. Nike Hike. Oh, mate. So you think we will ever get a Teal Ninja 3-0 figure? I would love that. I would love a Ninja Viper. I would love that. And I also know Aaron Dietrich of Roma Collectibles would also love a Teal Ninja. Yeah, brilliant. Robert H, yeah, the 2005 one looks really nice as well, doesn't it? That kind of like a little bit, just they've added an extra deco hit of red in the camouflage. Yeah, big time. Diecast Nick says, got the last of the sideshows. These fit in really well with them. Looking forward to seeing their Destro. The Storm Shadow one lacked his sexy bare chest. Also, will they top SS Baroness? Perfect figure. The sideshow one lacked his sexy bare chest. Sorry, not Storm Shadow. The sideshow Destro lacked his sexy bare chest. Yeah, it did actually, didn't it? The Sideshow Baroness is brilliant as well. I do have all the Sideshow figures, and I think they're incredible. I got into like a real, like, thanks to Nick Whitmore as well, because he sold me a whole ton of them. Shout out to Nick Whitmore, in like a huge box that he was giving away. Well, not giving away, he was selling at Rollout Roll Call one year. And I think I ended up talking to him about it at Rollout Roll Call and then buying them off him after the fact online, you know, through like Messenger and stuff. And he sent me this huge box, and it was just like packed with sideshow figures. I don't even want to remember how much I paid him for it. It was a lot of money. I mean, it was like, you know, at the time what sideshow figures were going for. But yeah, he basically just, you know, he kind of wanted to make some room, and he wanted to move on and do different things. And, you know, that's just how it is. But anyway, yes, sideshow stuff is great. And yeah, thanks for the comment, Diecast Nick. Okay, moving on then. And one last thing I wanted to talk about was the concept art, because obviously we got the concept art first, and I'm thinking, yeah, you know, pretty dope. It's identical. It's literally, I think with some of the concepts they revealed, they're not necessarily concepts as they are the final figure, like pack, you know, not concept. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, this is literally what they look like, but they've just drawn them for us. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking these are now. It's like the inputs almost, just not technical inputs. But yeah, it is literally the same figure. The cross straps are the same. All the accessories are the same. The straps, the belts, all the pouches, the knife sheath on the wrist, the knee pads, the boots, the goggles, everything is spot on. And there's also one thing we haven't really talked about is the kind of, he's wearing the Archer tactical turtleneck, which is brilliant as well. So he's got kind of like triple threat soft goods, this Firefly, which I'm really excited about. So yeah, brilliant. And just wanted to kind of cover that before we finished. Like I said, check out the pre-orders. I would check on the 10th of April just in case, because like I said, BBTS, Entertainment Earth, other retailers do often put them up beforehand. It might even be like the 9th. It might even be now. Check now. But yeah, they'll be up soon, and I expect it to be about 16999 again. And yeah, that is Firefly, one tick Firefly from ThreeZero. Boom. We got to the end of it, guys, in a fairly decent time. I got to all the comments. Killing it tonight. I'm winning at life. Right then, that will bring it to a close. I will throw one more comment in for Matt, who did mention, obviously, the classified HasLab Tomahawk, or Eaglehawk, as he's as we talked about last night. I don't think I do have anything to add to it, because I think I went into massive detail as to what I wanted to see. I wanted the ram to fit in the back compartment so that when the ramp came down, the ram could come out. I wanted sliding doors on each side as well to make it more compact, so you can kind of store, have like troop carried inside, doors shut. I know it's not even not necessarily something that needs to actually happen in real life, but I would love that too. Oh, thank you, Rachel and Carlos. I just wanted to double check, because I've been saying Rachel, it could be Carlos. I don't know. So I'm just going to say from now on, both of you. So in terms of the classified HasLab Eaglehawk, I'd also want lifeline accessories like to interact with it, or dock accessories like a stretcher to clip into like the front compartment just before the cockpit. So you could get into the cockpit through like a door on the interior, and then just before that, you could have like the wall with all like the, like kind of like almost like a shelving unit for all of the medical supplies and things like that. And then like a stretcher or two compartment to kind of clip on the side on the interior, different gun emplacements that could be kind of folded in, like when the door's shut. I think it would be dope. So I think that'd be sweet. Yes, Zartan, you have sent me pictures of your 112 Eaglehawk. It is incredible. I do remember. It's brilliant. I'll have to. I'll have to kind of somehow post. Well, just post them, and so everyone can see them. Anywho, right? Yeah, I think that brings it to a close. Thank you for watching, guys. Really appreciate you joining in on all the comments and all that kind of stuff. I really appreciate all of the likes, comments, subscribes, all that good stuff. I'll probably be on tomorrow at this rate. I know I'm recording tomorrow because I'm recording the weekly with Pat. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. That'll be out for Saturday. Lots to talk about, even though it's kind of just two things, isn't it? It's like Super 7 and this ThreeZero Firefly. But they just keep revealing the same thing over and over again. Bjorn says, will pre-order Firefly, but wish he had a sling for his SMG. Yeah, there's a little aspect you could probably add to it to, again, for storage where he doesn't have to hold it the whole time. That's a good point, actually, Bjorn. Good shout. I appreciate that as well. One last one that got in there at the end. You take care as well, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Thank you so much, guys, for all the comments. You know what we do at the end of these episodes. After 3, well, actually, I say that and I haven't lined it up yet. After 3, 1, 2, 3, full force. And I always look like an idiot when I do it, but I can't stop myself. Sarana, I didn't know it was you. Yeah, I got it in at the end. That's it for this installment of the Full Force News Burst. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. See you next time, and as always, full force. Make sure you get involved with the discussion by liking, sharing and commenting on these videos, and as always you can keep up with the show after listening by following on Twitter at The Full Force, liking the Facebook page facebook.com/The Full Force, and if you would like to contact the show you can message us on either of those platforms with feedback and questions. We also have a Patreon page, so if you want to show your support for the show, see your name up in lights on these videos, or enjoy exclusive bonus content, then check out patreon.com/The Full Force Podcast, or click on the link on any of the posts this podcast appears in. Full Force.